Welcome to the Property Corner with myself, Rowan Alexander. In this episode, I'm going to be giving you a quick update as to where we are with that investment property that I bought last year. So it's been a while since we showed you guys what I had been doing at that investment property that I bought. So I thought, let me just give you a quick update. The last time we spoke, I think I was walking around in the property and I showed you how we were busy stripping the property out in preparation for the day that we actually do renovations. A bit has happened since then. So structurally and at the property, nothing's happened. I finished up that process. The property's been cleaned out and now it's standing vacant. What has, though, happened is parallel to that process, we've been planning for the rezoning application. And I've made a bit of progress there. So I've finalized the plans and we pre-consulted with council to explain to them what we would like to do and found out what reports they would require. The city has a number of reports which they can request based upon your application. And in my instance, the most important report was the traffic report which they requested. So I had to employ a traffic engineer to do the full-scale traffic impact study, which was completed about 4 weeks ago. We've now taken that study, incorporated into the rezoning application, and the rezoning application has now been submitted formally to the City of Cape Town by the town planner that I've employed. So where to from here? That application is now sitting with council. It has been allocated to an official who will now deal with that process and start the advertising period where the rezoning application is actually advertised. It needs to be advertised for a 30-day period, after which it would close for comments, and we will get feedback from council and all their different divisions as to the application. If there's anything that council requires us to change or amendments that need to be made, we will then need to go through that amendment process before the final application can be granted. So it's going to be quiet from my side because there's not really much that we can do now. The next 2 months is a bit of a waiting game. We've prepared as best as we could. We've done all the reports that council have required, and we've now submitted them. It's now a process. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you in the loop as to feedback that we get and any changes that we need to make. And then we'll also look at a later stage, we'll have a look at how we've actually packaged this application and what it is that we've applied for. That will become relevant once we know what sort of feedback we have. So stay tuned. I hope you're enjoying this process. I know there's been a bit of a break since the last update. Things have been happening behind the scenes, but I'll keep you guys updated as we go along. So if this is the first time you're hearing about me sort of tracking and documenting this rezoning and this investment property that I've purchased, subscribe to one of our social media platforms or our podcast platforms are probably best, whether it be on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or YouTube. They will be putting full episodes, and we do have full episodes of the journey up until now, and we will be documenting it for the rest of the year. So I hope you're enjoying the content that we're producing. Drop us some comments if you've got ideas or things that you'd like us to cover, and we'll try and do that in future.